My name's Ron Carlson. I preach for a suburban Church of Christ in Dallas, Texas, and I live in a neighborhood that probably looks a lot like yours. It's multiracial, multi-ethnic, multi-economic. Didn't used to be that way. Duncanville at one time was kind of an all-white country club community, but boy have we changed in the last 40 years. Many of our churches are located in these rapidly changing communities. We are the places where after World War II people came to settle, but now there's new suburbs beyond us, and the demographics and the characteristics of our communities are more urban than they are suburban. And one of the things that characterizes life in a first-ring suburb is a rapidly increasing Hispanic population. But I'm here today to encourage you not to be fearful of that, but to embrace the diversity. And one way to do that is through church planting. You understand that the Hispanics are now the largest ethnic group in America, making up about 17% of the population. There's nearly 50 million Latinos in America, probably about 10 million here in Texas. But this is no longer a Californian or a Texan phenomenon. From Nashville to Boise to Kansas City, Hispanics are coming in droves into communities and into neighborhoods. And we as Churches of Christ and the evangelical world at large, we've been hesitant to embrace this. Let's tell the truth. We've never been real good at foreign missions. What if this is God's idea to bring the mission field right into our own backyards and bring us people that are waiting and eager to hear the gospel? In 2040, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, for instance, will be nearly 60% Latino. That's 8 million Hispanics in north central Texas in just 30 years from now. Oh, you say 30 years is a long time. No, it's not. Just think back to 1980. Yeah, I saw you in that disco suit in 1980, and it wasn't very long ago, was it? In the next 40 years, more than 50% of the growth in America will come from the Latino population. By 2050, they will make up nearly 30% of the American population, almost 130 million Hispanics in America. Do you realize that right now, for every Caucasian that dies in America, another one is born to replace him or her? That if an African American dies, also one is born. But when a Latino dies in America, 8 children are born to replace the one who has just died. Genesis Alliance is already an up-and-going ministry. It's proven to be very effective in finding, qualifying, and placing quality church planners who give these missionaries, and that's what they are, even though they're in our own neighborhoods, every advantage and opportunity to make a difference. In Duncanville, recently, we participated with 5 other churches. Our commitment for a 5-year period was under $50,000. That's less than $10,000 a year. And now we've got a great evangelist on the ground in Grand Prairie. The church is up and running, nearly 100 in attendance on Sunday, and more Bible studies than he can possibly do. And you can be involved in such a thing. There are large pockets of Hispanics all over the Metroplex crying for a church and for a church planter. Genesis Alliance will do all the work. You simply contribute with your money and some of your time, and if you want, you can be much more involved as we are. There's a place for every church in the country in this matter, and if you'll just dig a little bit deeper, you can make a real difference, not only for today, but in the years and the decades to come. If we don't aggressively and proactively, right now, plant churches that will plant other churches, that will reproduce other churches, we're going to have a massive social and spiritual problem in our hands that our grandchildren will have to deal with. So let's do the responsible thing. Let's do the God thing. Let's be involved proactively right now in mission work for God. This is a real chance to make a difference where you are.